guys, so today I thought I'd make some nail bed mixes. I have a nail design that I'm coming up with and I need a specific color for my nail beds. So I just thought I'd show you guys how I do that. So just real quick, you can use a couple of different things. I'm using acrylic that's already tinted pink. You don't have to, you can use clear and make your own. But what I'm starting with in this pot, I have DVD Cover Pink. And then in this one, I have organic deep pink, which is already pink in tone, and it's a translucent. The cover pink, obviously it's a cover. You can use different things to color your acrylic. What I'm going to use today is acrylic itself, and then I have a pink acrylic and a red acrylic, and I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. I might end up using both of them. The other thing you can use is loose pigment, like eyeshadow. This works. The only thing is sometimes it's kind of clumpy. The other thing you have to worry about is that it does usually have oils in it. So when you put it on your nail bed, it will give you the color you need, but you might get lifting because of the oils in the actual eyeshadow. They also sell pigment at Michael's. Chalk can be used too. The only thing is sometimes they're a little gritty and they kind of clump together, so you just need to make sure that you work them really well and smash them down. This is actually a nail bed mix that I made using the eyeshadow, like this one here. So, I mean, it does work and it's really pretty in color. You just have to worry about lifting sometimes. The other option you have is to color your monomer instead of coloring the acrylic, and these are additive drops. You just put a few drops of this into the actual monomer itself, and then that colors the acrylic. So that's another option. Today, like I said, I'm going to use acrylic to color acrylic just because it's already smooth and I don't have to mix it as much. So just real quick to give you guys kind of a baseline of what the colors look like before we add anything. And I'm going for an extreme pink, just to give you guys an idea of what I'm looking for. So you can see that's a really pretty kind of neutral pink. And then the DVD is a pretty kind of neutral tone there also. So I'm going for more extreme pinks. You can do whatever you want. I'm also going to be adding some glitter. This is actually cosmetic grade glitter that I purchased a long time ago at, I want to say I purchased it at Hot Topic. And what it is it's reflective, it's white, and then it reflects pink and kind of a purpley tone. I'm not sure if you guys can see that on camera. So first thing, that's what I'm going to add. And I'm just using a clean cuticle pusher here. And I'm just going to take a scoop for each one. You don't need a lot for nail bed mixes. Just enough to catch the light. So I'm going to do a full heaping scoop in each mix. And I might add a little bit more depending. And so I have my hot pink here, and then I have a red. The pink is from DVD and the red here is from naillightink.com. Both of them work great. So it just kind of depends. So I'm just going to start by adding very little, and I'm going to start just by adding red. And I'm going to work one at a time. So I'm going to do 2 little scoops in the red. And then I'm going to give that a mix and see where my color's at. And like I said, I may need to add more. But I don't want to make the mix itself opaque. I want it to be clear. So you can see already that gives you a really pretty kind of deeper pink there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of the pink to it just to give it more... I'm going to add a little bit more pink to it, just to give it more of a pink tone. So there's the pink. And you want to make sure that you incorporate it really well. I didn't. You could see a little bit of it being blotchy. So go ahead and test the color again. So that's what I have so far. I think I'm going to stop there. That's actually pretty close to what I want, and you can see the shimmers in it. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to this one here. Okay, so moving on to the Cover Pink. This Cover Pink has a little bit of, it's not as pink as the blue one, or I'm sorry, it's not as pink as the Deep Pink from Omega. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by adding more pink to this one because I want it to be kind of a raised pink tone. And so I'm going to add just a little bit. And then I'm going to add just one little bit of red. Now if you wanted this to be more tan in color instead of pink, what you would do is you would add yellow or orange to give you that. That's entirely up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a stir and see where we're at with the color. So there's the color so far. I'm going to add a little bit more pink to that. And then give that a stir again. And I'm going to add a little bit more glitter to the mix. Because it's opaque, the glitter doesn't come through as strongly. So I'm going to add another half a scoop of glitter to that. And then just make sure I incorporate everything really well. And there's the color I came up with. Now I'm happy with these two colors, so I'm going to go ahead and stop there. This is just to give you an idea. I'll take a picture close up of the colors so you can get a good view of them. Hopefully you can see the shimmer in there. It's a really pretty purpley kind of pink shimmer. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below. I'll try to answer them as best I can. If you'd like me to demonstrate the additive drops, I can do that in another video if you're interested. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I know not everybody's familiar with them. I purchased those at nailiteink.com if you're interested. So if you have any questions about any of the products that I mentioned, or you would like me to demonstrate maybe using the loose pigment or anything else, let me know and I'll try to get that for you guys.